In the previous video, I made these plates out of some off-cut aluminium pieces. That'll be the starting point for the new Crossmember for the M104 Turbo W203. I already went ahead and got two of them tack welded into place on the car. Also finally got that firewall piece to fit in there. I just had to cut a little out of it over there, so that's ready and we can cross it off the list. If at any point in the video you think to yourself, damn, I like that, only then can you smash the like button. I'm always keen to try new ideas, and without you guys none of this is possible, so I really do appreciate you watching. With that being said, let's get into the video.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Real quick before we get started, I do have two big announcements to make. Number one being we had the first successful test drive of the AU Falcon. You don't want to miss that one. Seems like a good spot. And number two is you guys can now become a member of the channel. Look out for the join button down below for more info and the perks on becoming a channel member. For now, we have some work to do. So I have this piece of aluminium tubing, 20 millimeters I think, and we have a few cuts cut into it so that I can bend it and shape it to go in between these plates. Once we have the shape, I can take it over to the guy. He has a pipe bender, and then we're going to bend it out of 32 millimeter aluminium tubing. The plan is to get a piece in kind of something like that, and then we'll reinforce it with another piece. I'm going to start off by cutting these bolts to fit in there. I just have to make them a little shorter. These are the only ones I have. So we'll get started on that, get the plates on there and start figuring this out. And just like that, we have a pretty decent looking template so that we can take it over to the 32 millimeters, get it bent and cut to shape to fit perfectly in there. But unfortunately, Chris is a little busy today, so we won't be able to do that today. We'll get to that tomorrow. But for now, we do have a lot of stuff to get back on the car. So we have some stuff over here, and then when you look, we have a bunch more. I guess I need to start putting stuff back together, so let's see how far we get tonight. I realized something last night. There's still a hell of a lot of things that need to happen before this thing can drive again. Because I moved the engine, most of the parts don't fit anymore, as well as this time I do want to make everything a bit better than before. But last night I did manage to get the water reservoir back on there, as well as running a new alternator positive cable. I still need to finish that up, but I'll do that later when I know exactly where it needs to go. Got the alternator back on there, got the coils back in there. Also ran a new wire for the starter, the main positive, and then I got the steering pump back on there with its pressure line. After that, I mostly just stood around trying to figure out the new cooling system. Just from the little bit of planning I did on that, I can already see that's going to be a whole project on its own. I want to get that block drain plug, along with on this side you have the drain on the head. I want to get those two connected up and run them together just to get most of the heat as fast as possible out from the back of the engine, because it keeps blowing the heat gaskets over there. Now these engines are known to get hot over there, so I'm just going to do my best to fight that issue. While I'm busy with that, I also do want to add some lines to and from the turbo. So before we just ran oil feed and drain, this time I do want to get some coolant lines on there as well. I just think it'll be a good thing and yet another improvement. I can't really get the hot or cold side back on there before I figure out the cooling system, because everything is just going to be in the way. So it's easier like this to just keep it like this until I figure that out, and then we'll get the hot and cold side on. Now I'm just waiting on Chris to let me know when he has a spot open for me so that we can go bend those tubes for the Crossmember. He also has a lot of things going on, so that's understandable. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the front end of the car. I'm not gonna use any of the stock brackets and stuff for like the radiator and stuff. I'll make all new ones and make it look a bit better. I just made everything work before. This time we're making everything better. So let's start off by cutting these, and then start figuring out and getting stuff back on the front end.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Neat little trick when you don't want to paint over like a sticker or something, and you just spread some grease over it and wipe it away afterwards. Before, this piece didn't fit on the car, but now because I moved the engine back, removed that cover, that's not going to be on there anymore. We can use the old hood latches, and we don't need to have those little clips anymore. And then we can finally get a hood on here without any freaking holes. That's pretty much what we got done this week. I would have liked to do more, but as soon as I get into any kind of rush, I do tend to freak things up. That's the intake manifold. I want to get some extra vacuum lines ran on it. I really do need to relax a bit. There's no reason to rush anything. I hope you guys understand as well, these things just take a lot of time. I would have really liked to finish up that Crossmember, but unfortunately, there's just so much time in a week. So the plan is to definitely get started or maybe finish it next week. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm really hoping we can finish it. And then someone actually asked me to wire up a PowerMod standalone ECU into their car. So that's pretty cool. Obviously they don't watch my videos. Just kidding, I actually do know how to do it the right way. At the very least, we got one thing off the list. So yeah, now it's just that Crossmember. But here is the real 10% book, not list. This is everything that goes into building something like this. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and then I'll see you in the next one.
Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.